Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I have been doing some more reflection. I recently made a video about my twin flame experience, and I've been doing a lot more reflection about things that have happened in my life, and I'm going to make a few videos about some of the insights that I've gained from this reflection time in my life. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is how success can oftentimes be a distraction in our life. How I came to this realization was reflecting back about a year ago. I wanted to start a business, and about 3 months into doing everything for this business, it completely failed, and I lost a lot of friends, and a lot of bad things, or quote-unquote bad things, happened. And I was like crying every day. I didn't know what was going on or why this was happening. But there was a part of me that was like, this is part of the process. I just need to go through this, and I'm going to learn something from this. And I did learn a few things from it, there were some things about business that I just didn't know about, and even though I had researched quite a bit about entrepreneurship, I didn't know everything. And I think that's kind of just normal life. You just kind of go through things, and fail, and then you learn that you haven't learned everything, and it reminded me of when I first tried to lose weight. At 15 years old, I decided I wanted to get healthy and lose weight. And so I didn't really know anything about nutrition. The only thing that I knew was that cakes and cookies and sweets and candy are bad for you, and sodas are bad for you. So I took all of those out of my diet. And after 3 months, I lost 3 pounds. And I remember going to the doctor and weighing myself, and I just broke down crying right after that 3 months, because I thought, you know what? I tried so hard, and during that year, I think I was like working out and I was doing all these things, but I just didn't know anything about nutrition. And, looking back, I'm kind of glad that I had failed to lose weight just by taking out, sodas and cakes. It was like statistically insignificant, my weight loss. But I'm glad that it didn't work out for me, because now I see all of the things that I had to learn about nutrition and all these things. It has really helped me, help other people, because if I had lost, the weight that I wanted to just by taking cookies and cakes and stuff, I would have become complacent, and I would have said, oh, well, I know everything about nutrition. I don't need to change anything, all this stuff. And that would have been that. And who knows, I would have ended up with maybe some diseases or something, because I became complacent and I saw that I had outward success. So I would have stopped growing, stopped learning, all this stuff. And I see this from the business that I tried to start as well, because looking back on it, if the business had succeeded, if I was making good money and stuff like that, I would have been distracted by that. And what I mean is that I would have been distracted by the other, I wouldn't have been able to focus on other things in my life that needed attention, because I would have had all this success. Another example in my life I can think about is my academic success. When I was in high school, straight A student, I won all these academic accolades and awards and stuff like that. But that stuff really, really distracted me from underlying issues that I refused to look at, like my insecurities, my health problems. It was a huge distraction. 8 hours a day I would go to school and achieve all these things, but the other 4 hours or whatever that I had to myself, I was super depressed. I had anxiety. I had, binge eating problems. I had mental health issues out the wazoo. I had so many issues. But because I clinged on to my academic success for like validation of who I was as a person. And, I realized that was kind of a distraction from me. And, when you walk on your path and you keep going, you keep doing the meditation, you keep doing all these things, the universe, God, whoever, your higher self, they're going to start taking away all the distractions in your life because you are choosing to follow that highest path of yourself. I've noticed when I've started meditating and things like that, opportunities would come into my life, relationships would come into my life, and then they'd leave like a month, 3 months later, or maybe a year later, and I'd just be sitting there thinking like, what am I doing wrong? Like, all these great things came in and then they just left, but that's part of the process. Those stepping stones will come in much more quickly, and they will leave your life much more quickly because you're in a state of, letting go and allowing things to unfold as they're supposed to. So, I really want to encourage you guys not to seek success or outward validation for the things that you're trying to manifest in life, and really consider whether the successes that you do have are distracting you from growth. And I'm not saying that, all success is bad and that all of it's too distracting, but it really can be. I mean, sometimes you manifest a relationship, or you manifest money, or you manifest a nice house, and all those things are great, but are they distracting you from doing the inner work, investing in your mental health, investing in your physical health? I have to say this, and this is not to judge anybody, but it's helping me understand myself when I see other people do this. I was watching a video about a guy who had some type of autoimmune disease, and somebody had planted a thought in his head that perhaps his autoimmune disease could be cured, reversed, essentially. And so he went down a path of discovery to try different things and see if he could reverse his autoimmune disease. And even though what ended up happening was that his levels, his biomarkers, the blood tests and stuff started changing, and he started feeling great. But he still, to this day, after like over a decade, is not cured of his autoimmune disease. And to me, that just shows that like the success that he's had is distracting him from continuing to find that cure. And he might not be in the mindset of realizing that there could be a way for him to reverse everything completely, because he's had all this success already. Now, again, it's not to judge this guy. He seems like he's really happy with the results that he's gotten. But what I want to say is that, there could have been more. There could have been, something that he could have learned that could have helped him reverse the disease even more and have a even healthier life. But I think sometimes we think that there isn't much more. We think, oh, this is it. This is the peak of my success. This is my peak right here. This is my Mount Everest. Well, let me tell you, there are mountains much, much higher than Mount Everest that you can climb to the top of and you can experience if you want to. But you're going to have to remove those distractions in life. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, if you have any thoughts of your own about success and distractions in life and going on your path, I love to hear them. Put them in the comments section down below, and make sure to subscribe, like this video, share it with someone that you think could use this insight, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. just gonna sit back here nonchalantly.